Hello, welcome to episode 4 of ItsLeighCoded. And y'all, it's already been a month since I started my podcast. Can y'all believe that time? Wait, has it been a month? It ain't been a month. I lied. It's okay. But I feel like 4 episodes every week, that has to have been a month. I don't know. We 4 episodes in, that's all I know. So, and last week, even though the episode was kind of long, y'all still tuned in. But I am not going to keep this episode long. I know I said that last week, but this episode is not going to be long at all. I promise you. So, let's get straight into it. Now, I hate when y'all fuck with my man because when y'all make him mad, I'm the one that have to deal with the bullshit. Chris Brown and Kevin McCall. So, if y'all don't know, Kevin McCall went on an interview basically crying because he's broke. And I just feel like, baby, you got EBT. You was doing better than most of us. Bitch, let me get some EBT right now. Baby, you wouldn't be able to tell me a fuck thing if I had some EBT. I swear to God. But I guess it's broke for him since he's not used to that. But shit, everybody go through shit. But he's allegedly saying Chris Brown owes him some money, like with some residuals or something that happened way back in 2016 when they was making all them hits together. Kevin McCall and Chris Brown, they had Deuces, they had Strip. I don't know if they had anything else, but they had some really good songs together. So I'm guessing some legal shit happened. Kevin McCall didn't get what he was owed. We don't know. But what I do know is back in 2016, Kevin McCall and Chris Brown, they already had some words. And let me read a tweet that Kevin McCall said to Chris Brown. Now this was in 2016. So this tweet from Kevin McCall, it said, Chris Brown and his seed would be in a casket if it had anything to do with me being shot. Stop playing with rumors or I can't promise CB will make it to 29. Do y'all be forgetting Chris Brown is really like that? Y'all gonna let that singing shit fool y'all. And I hate that for y'all. I kept him alive 7 years now in LA. Don't take the humbleness you see me in as weakness. Chris wouldn't have a head to tattoo on. Look how the tables have turned. So, now that was back in 2016. So fast forward to today, after he got on the internet crying, Young Thug gonna say, I ain't gonna, this not verbatim, but it basically said, hey, I give you the money. I bet Chris Brown will give you the money too. He just be a little bit busy. Baby, don't speak for my man. My man is not finna give him a pot to piss in. Him and that 25,000 can kiss his ass. And 25,000 is probably like $25 to Chris Brown. He just made millions off the fucking Breezy Bowl. But who gives a fuck? After you done said that shit about him and his daughter, you think he finna give you anything but his ass to kiss? Okay. So, Chris Brown made this post. This was like a week ago. He said, remember this. You can't walk across a burnt bridge. And you know what's funnier than a troll? A broke one. Clock it. And y'all know Chris Brown is petty as fuck. Y'all know that. He was making some posts and he was like reposting his old shit. Singing Chris Brown and Kevin McCall strip song, just being petty as hell. I love him. Chris Brown is his petty bag. Cause y'all gonna learn to stop having him fucked up. And then after that, like after he posted everything, Young Thug gonna say, oh, I ain't know all that was going on. Yes. Mind your fucking business. If you wanna give him the money, give him the money. But don't say Chris Brown is giving him shit. So this is what I think about it. Kevin McCall, you gonna have to take that L. Is take that fucking L. And then he get on the internet saying, I feel like he said this shit for clickbait and like we kind of low key fell into it. He's doing this to stay relevant, to get that momentum under his name. He knew him saying Patti LaBelle couldn't sing would generate so much commotion around his name. He knew that. He did that on purpose. I genuinely do not feel like he believes that. But I feel like he did that so we could start talking about him. But I feel like he is getting what he rightfully deserves because yeah, I know he has a baby by Eva Marcel, the beautiful model, and he apparently went to jail for beating her. I don't think you need shit. You need to be in the, I ain't gonna say that, but you right where you belong. I feel like you're doing too good to have EBT, but you know they finna cut that shit out too. So Oh, the fuck well. Go get out the mud, little nigga. You did it before, do it again. Anywho, next topic. Rod Wave and his baby mamas. Let me just say this, Rod Wave. You is not that cute to be doing all of this, first of all. You not that cute to be doing all of this. And it's kind of gonna bring me into my little topic I want to talk about. It kind of coincides. So, Rod Wave's second baby mama, Zaria, he don't claim the baby. He don't claim the baby. So he say, y'all know he already got twins by D. Claim them kids, love them kids down. And let me just say this. When they was arguing and he was like, I put this on my kids, you bitches are really gullible as fuck. Cause y'all in the comments like, oh well, y'all know he love his kids, so I believe him. Girl, what? Niggas would put shit on their mama, on God, and still be fucking lying. You really think cause a nigga said on my kids that he not lying? Are y'all fucking dumb? You are. You're dumb. That's why y'all be getting y'all ass played with. And niggas say one little thing, oh, okay, I believe him. No. Shut that shit up. Fuck you and them kids. That's what I would have said. But hey. So, Zaria, she made a lot of posts. I ain't gonna read all the posts because that's what be having me doing 45-minute episodes, reading all the posts. I'm not gonna read the posts. I'm just gonna give y'all a little summary. So, basically, Rod Wave and Zaria, they plan to have this baby. So they say. So she say they plan to have a baby. But Rod Wave trying to kick on some shit like, bitch, I barely even fucked with you. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all know how niggas do. But this is my thing. If you feel this strongly about the situation and you feel like this is not your baby, why won't you just get a paternity test to clear all this shit up? Because me, I'm the type of person, I'm quick to prove a bitch wrong. If it ain't my baby, bitch, I'm finna prove this not my baby. Give me the test. Why haven't you did that? You not that fucking busy. You canceled the fucking tours. You had plenty of time. So that makes me just think he knows it's his baby. And in the screenshots, I feel like this screenshot was true. But Rod Wave was like saying, oh, I'm so sorry, the baby is innocent, blase. So, do you claim the baby or not? Because he's trying to kick it to the world like, this bitch is crazy, I don't know her, blah, blah, blah. So, D and Zaria got into it as well because they were saying, basically like, D, why won't you do this and this? And D basically said, bitch, I'm worried about my kids and my kids only. I don't give a fuck about her child, him. I don't give a fuck about none of that. And in a sense, I do feel like it's not her place to do anything about it. I think it would be more so Minnie Barbie's place. Because I don't know, I'm not finna lay up with no nigga that don't take care of his kids. Because how you taking care of me, but you can't even take care of your blood? I don't know. That's weird as fuck. I don't know. You buy me all this shit, but you can't buy your own blood, something that's running. Your blood is running through her veins, your daughter. You can't do that, but you can do all this for me. That's cringy as fuck. That would literally give me the ick. But we all know why she there anyway. But I feel like it's more so her place to do anything. D ain't got shit to do with that. They like, D, they siblings, okay? You can't make a nigga want to take care of a baby. You can't. That can't be on D. That's on him to get his kids together because that's not D daughter. Nigga, that's your daughter. If you want your kids to grow up as siblings, you need to do that as the father. I don't think that's her job. And y'all feel like y'all give niggas too many passes when it comes to shit like that. Nigga, these your kids. Get all your kids together. Take them on a play date. Do something. The mama should not have to do that. Yes, the mamas can be cordial or however they want to call it, but they should not be obligated to get the children together when they not. It's your fucking children. I don't know. So, and a little more to the story is this is what I wanted to like segue into my topic. If a man say he don't want the baby, should you still have the baby? I don't know about that, y'all. Because this is my thing. As we all know, it takes two to fucking tango. Nigga, you wanted to do this. You want to see ejaculate inside of me. Now I'm pregnant and you just want to what? Disappear? No. And as I was saying, Zaria was saying she wanted her baby. That's why she didn't get rid of it. And let's be fucking honest. You hoes be keeping babies by broke ass niggas. Why would she abort a millionaire baby? Let's just use our common sense. You hoes keep babies by niggas that ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Why would you have aborted Rodway's baby? Let's just use our fucking thinking caps. Even though we know it's a money game, would you have aborted the baby? I need to know that. Because y'all say y'all would have, but y'all turn around and y'all have babies by Rodney come down the street. That still stay with his grandma. So I don't know. I'm confused on that. But in my opinion, I feel like I don't know. If a nigga say he don't want the baby, I don't think I would. I'm saying this now because I've never been in this situation, but I don't think I would have the kid. And I'm only saying this because I don't feel so strongly about having kids in general. Like if I have them, I have them. If I don't, I don't. So I don't think I would keep the baby because I don't think I would want that. I just don't want to be no single mama. Like I really want my kids to grow up in a two parent household like the movies do. So I don't know. And then another thing I think about is a nigga got one time to show me he don't want my baby after it's been born. I don't be understanding how girls will continue to press and press. Oh, you need to get your baby, you need to get your baby, bro. I don't want my baby around nobody that wouldn't love him or her like I do. Why would I want to put my baby in your care when you barely give a fuck about my baby? Just to give me like a break for a day? Hell no. I'm just going to have to eat that shit up. Because if you don't love my baby on your own, it ain't no telling what you will do to my baby or how you will take care of my baby when they over there. That's the thing I don't be getting. If he a deadbeat, let him be a deadbeat because how would he take care of your baby? Your baby could fall off the fucking bed. He wouldn't bat two eyes because he don't give a shit. So I feel real strongly about that, nigga. If you don't want my baby, you don't need to be around my baby because you ain't finna be pinching my baby and shit because she doing this and that. So I don't know. I don't think I would keep the baby because I really want my babies to grow up in a two parent household. But I don't think the nigga should get a pass if the girl do keep the baby and he expressed to her that he didn't want the baby. Either way, the baby is here and it's your responsibility too. It don't matter if you want it or not. But that's why I be like, girls, it's really on us because at the end of the day, no matter what they decide, we are gonna be the ones that have to deal with that baby 24/7. No breaks. It's like they get a pass. They can literally walk away. If they don't want the baby, they can literally wipe their hands with the shit and be like, I don't want the baby. We do not have that choice. Once we're pregnant, if we are going to keep the baby, there is no walking away. We don't get to say, oh, I don't want the baby this day, like they can be a weekend daddy. No, we can't do that. So it just be so much shit to think about when being in that situation. I feel like there's such a tough situation to be in because I'm saying I wouldn't keep it, but I honestly don't know what the fuck I would do. You don't know what you would do until you're in that situation. God forbid, I'm never in that situation. But that situation is really a heartbreaking situation because, like so many girls say, everything be good until a baby comes, and it's like how can you prepare for that? A lot of people say, "Oh, marriage. That's why you need to be married." We have to really be realistic when we say things. Marriage is not going to stop a man from being a good daddy. Do you know how many single mothers that are married? Niggas don't take care of the kids, but they're married. Like, why do y'all think marriage is just a fix all? It's not. You think marriage stop niggas from cheating? Fuck no. So why would marriage stop a nigga from not taking care of his baby? I don't know. Marriage just does. Y'all act like that's a band-aid to a problem. It's not. I don't get that part either. So my answer is no. But then again, it's like, what if I really want a baby? It's like, I don't give a fuck if you want my baby or not. I'm going to have the baby. But then it's like, I don't want to bring my baby into a world where, I don't know, y'all. That's such a tough situation. I think it really depends on how you want your baby to be raised. Because, of course, you can meet someone else that can step into that place. But it's like, damn. coming from me, like as a child, I just feel like you always gonna want your daddy around. And my daddy loves me. This is not no one of them situations. I love my daddy. My daddy loved me. He was in my life. But it's still like, damn, active and present. You gonna want that around because you're gonna see like all your other friends have that. And it's like, damn, why my daddy didn't want me? Or why my mama didn't want me? Because there's some deadbeat mamas out here too. So my answer is gonna be, as in like, if I was to get pregnant tomorrow, no, I wouldn't get the baby. But if I was like 35, time was ticking, my eggs needed to go ahead and, I probably would have a baby because it's like, bitch, I ain't getting no younger. I'm going to have this baby if I want this baby. But like tomorrow, bitch, if I was to get pregnant, niggas said he want my baby, the baby is gone. Getting that little bitch up out of here quick. Cause I'm not, bitch, I ain't gonna be no single mama at 24. Bitch, I look too good to be somebody's mama anyway. But to be somebody's mama and single, baby, fuck no. That's just my little thoughts on it. So, in all, Rod Wave, you a bitch. Take care of your fucking baby. It don't matter if you gave her the money for the abortion or not. Apparently, she didn't have a fucking abortion. Oh, the fuck well. And y'all keep saying, oh, she should have had the abortion. Everybody don't believe in abortions. Y'all made abortions so normalized. I don't give a fuck if you have an abortion or not. But everybody don't believe in that. Just because you had 7 abortions, that don't mean she wanted to kill her baby. And she should not be punished for not killing the baby. Y'all are literally punishing her because she didn't kill the baby. Do y'all understand how that sounds? Why are y'all on her ass? Get on his ass. He's not taking care of the baby. I don't get it. Why do y'all punish the women for having the kids? That's quote unquote the right thing to do, have the baby. Apparently she's not broke. She can take care of the baby. So why wouldn't she have the baby? Get on his ass. He's a fucking millionaire and he can't take care of his baby. Young boy got 20 fucking kids. And he takes care of all fucking 20. You mean to tell me, bitch, you can't take care of an extra one? Come on, now. You just a sorry excuse of a man. And I just can't label no fat ass sorry excuse of a man that don't take care of his fucking kids. You fat fuck. Anyway, y'all, that just pissed me off. Let's move on. Let's move on. We are gonna talk about Reasonable Doubt episode 3 and 4, y'all. I'm going to say this every episode. Ozzy is crazy. But I'm going to give him a pass. So, we found out with episode 3 that Ozzy was abused as a child. That wasn't really a shocker to me. No, what really wasn't a shocker is that he was a drug addict. I thought that was like clear as day. But apparently it wasn't. But we found that out. He's a drug addict. Whoop the fucking do. I could told you that on the first episode. But what else did we find out? That's really like the main shocker. He was abused as a kid, 13 years old. And y'all know who abused him? That bitch Monica. And if y'all don't know who Monica is, because y'all don't know character names, that is what's her name? Mercedes from P Valley. She was doing the fucking abusing. Having sex with that 13-year-old boy. She needs her ass whooped. She needs to be locked in jail. She's a fucking predator. So, that kind of gives us a little backstory on Ozzy. His parents didn't know, which is, I can see how they probably didn't know with the industry he was in, because they probably were too focused on the money and not their child's well-being. Anyway. So Ozzy overdosed. He overdosed. That's how everybody found out that something was going on. Jax had called in her friend. I think her name is Autumn. Autumn is a therapist. So she called in Autumn to talk to Ozzy. And I'm kind of surprised that Ozzy opened up the way he did. I didn't think he was going to open up as much. But he told her that he was abused. And that's how he found that out. Now, another thing that happened was, this is episode 3 and 4, by the way. So I can't remember what details happened in what episode. So I'm just going of what I remember. Jax, this was another thing. Naima ass got caught fucking shoplifting with her white friends. Now, let me tell y'all something. This is why I feel like it is so important. Y'all be thinking sending y'all children to these white schools is what's gonna make your child better, man. No. Why do y'all equate whites with being right? I hate how we think. Y'all think just because all white people go there that it's just automatically better. It is not. Y'all know how many white people are fucking crazy, delirious, deranged. No, this is why it's important to have your kids around culture. Why do y'all want to stick y'all kids into these white spaces? Why do y'all want to do that? I don't understand. So, of course, her white friends didn't get in trouble. But Naomi black ass did. Because first of all, Naomi is a beautiful dark skinned girl. Y'all already know how they feel about dark skinned women anyway. So for her to get caught shoplifting as a dark skinned girl with these two white girls, who do you think that was gonna get in trouble? And that's what Jackson, her daddy, had to tell her, like, baby, you don't have the same advantages as your white friends do. That's just how the world is. At this point, there is no changing. It's only getting worse. But y'all know who in office. So she quote unquote went to jail, but y'all know Jackson's a fucking lawyer. She got friends that, can pull strings. So she was in trouble for that. But then she had found out that her dad and her best friend's mom had a baby, but she didn't believe it. Louis basically lied to her, was like, oh my. But later on, she found out the shit was true, so she was mad as fuck. So she kind of got a pass for the little shoplifting situation because that shit happened. So they had to have a talk with Spencer and Naima and tell them about the baby and all that type of shit, which is, I don't know. I feel like as a child, I wouldn't really have gave a fuck because the baby not here. So that's just me though. I wouldn't have gave a fuck. But Billy, which is Tommy from Ghost, Billy tried to make it seem like he and his wife was cool, baby. His wife do not fuck with him. She got a nigga the doses. Get the fuck off my porch with them fake ass flowers. Because they kind of separated because Billy puts his work over his marriage. And she clocked it and said, baby, you got to get the fuck on. You got to go. I fucks with her for that. Strong black woman. Mind you, they got kids. And it was his weekend for the kids. And he was like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. And she basically said, I don't give a fuck. Figure it out. And that's what I'm talking about. Make these niggas work. Because as a mama, she would have had to figure it out. So make his ass figure it out. I don't give a fuck what you got to do. Do what you got to do to have my kids good and safe. That don't matter to me. If you got to miss something, bitch, you got to miss it. Oh, the fuck well. So it's just something about Billy. That's what I thought these episodes. But the previous episodes that we're going to review next week, Billy might be coming back into my good graces. I don't know. Because as of right now, he a shark. He's a snark. But in the next episode that we're going to talk about, he kind of did some shit that I was like, oh, you might be all right with me. I don't know yet. We're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait and see. So what else I need to go over? Oh, Kristen is the sister of Ozzy. Kristen gave him the drugs, and when Ozzy overdosed, she knew exactly how to help him. She gave him the Narcan shot, so she been knew this shit happening. It's something about Kristen. It's something about them quiet when something. Kristen had something to do with Wendy's death. Mark my fucking words. She had something to do with Wendy's death. Now, the reason I don't think Ozzy killed Wendy is because he made this phone call to Alex. And like basically saying like, I need you to come forward, blah, 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 blah. But Alex basically said, fuck it, I ain't doing shit, nigga. Nigga, you go down, you go down. That's on you. Fuck it. So I honestly do not think Ozzy killed Wendy. And if he did, that would be such a fucking shocker. I don't know. But I think that sister is something about that sister. She too sweet in this shit. Nah, bitch. It's something with you. I'ma figure it out. I ain't got it yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. And I can't think of the little, is he Asian? I don't know. Jack's assistant. Is his name Daniel? I think so. Daniel and Kristen got something going on, baby. Daniel trying to knock the Mario coins out of my bitch, and I'm here for it. Cause I feel like he one of them like real quiet, real shy men, but I'll fuck this shit out you. I'm with it. I can fuck with it. I wanna see where this relationship go. But I still feel like he on some like bitch. I'm trying to get some info, but I'm trying to get some pussy too. So we're gonna see how that little situation unfold. Another thing that was important was Jazz Daddy came back into the picture. Y'all know Jazz Daddy a crackhead. Ooh, I can't wait until next week so we can really get into it. But his daddy a crackhead. I mean, her daddy a crackhead. He came back into the picture, and Lewis was basically was like, "That nigga ain't finna be around my kids, bitch. If he disappointed you, what you think he gonna do to his grandchildren?" But Jack's like, "No, let's give him a chance. He might have changed." Blase, blase. So Lewis took his ass up to where what is the daddy name? Eddie? I don't know. I don't know character's name. But Lewis thought he was finna check him. Eddie said, "Nigga, you can't say shit to me, and you staying in the house my daughter pay for. You let my daughter around here, run around here getting kidnapped, and nigga, where the fuck was you at?" I said, "Oh, he got you on that one, Lewis. He got you on that one. He might have read you your motherfucking rights. I'm not gonna lie. That was a little key, cause Louis basically had to go back to the car and just suck that shit up. But what I don't like is how the mama is really trying to push Eddie into being in the grandkids' life. I feel like that should be a decision for Jackson Lewis, because he did go and meet the grandkids without them knowing. I don't think she should have did that. That should have been Jackson Lewis' decision. Let me see what else happened. I really think that's all the key takeaways. They started with the jury selection, but that ain't shit. Nothing besides finding out that he was molested as a child happened those 3 episodes, but episodes 5 and 6. We're gonna wait until next week, because next week is when the shit really got juicy. These episodes 1 through 4, they had to brew the storyline up. But the next episode, the storyline is unfolding. And by this, we ain't gonna review that episode. Not next week. But okay, by this time it's gonna be 5 and 6, but 7 will have been then came out by the time we talk about next week, and it's only gonna be 1 more episode into the season end. So we're not too far behind. And after that, I'm gonna let y'all know the next shit we're gonna be reviewing. So that is it for this episode. Like I told y'all, this episode was a short and sweet one. I tried not to make it too long. Now, if I get on my camera and I see this episode is 30 minutes long, bitch, I'm flipping the fuck out, because I tried my best. But that is it. I'm gonna see y'all next week. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and share. Share this video with your friends. We trying to get famous. I can't be the only one out here liking and sharing. Y'all gonna have to do some liking and sharing too. Subscribe, do something. But anyways, that is it. Love y'all. See y'all next episode. Bye.